All right, Craig with S&B Filters. Today we're going to do an install on a 2010, 2012 Ram Cummins 6.7 liter. Okay, we're going to start by disconnecting the sensors. The IET sensor. Just press this tab, pull it out. This one you're going to pull out this red tab here, press down here, and disconnect it from there. There also may be a push pin located here. This one's busted off already, so that'll be removed too. Next step, you're going to want to disconnect this hose clamp from the factory airbox. And you'll also want to loosen the clamp going to the EGR. For some reason this EGR is missing from this truck, so we're going to skip that step. Next, we're going to want to loosen the clamp down at the turbo and remove the intake tube. This should all come out in one assembly. Okay, next we're going to remove the factory airbox by loosening this 13mm bolt to the front support. Okay, with this bolt removed, this airbox should pop out of here. There's some grommets located on the battery mounting tray. Those will just pop out of there. Okay, next you'll want to remove this coolant hose from the fender and then just place it down here. It'll give you a little bit more clearance when you put the S&B airbox in. All right, next we're going to remove the OE sensors from the airbox. Make sure the O-ring is on the sensor. Remove the mouth sensor. Okay, next we're going to prep the S&B intake tube. This is for the IET sensor. You want to make sure the gasket's under this. Goes through this hole. Sensor pressed in. You're going to use your long screw to mount the sensor to the tube. The MAF sensor, place the supply gasket on the tube first. Sensor should press in and line up there. Use the other two supplied screws. Okay, next we're going to prep the S&B airbox by installing the intake tube seal. We have a secondary opening in our airbox. If you choose to plug it up in extreme conditions, if you're going through snow, real hot conditions, you'll probably want to leave this plug and just pull air from the side. For this truck, I'm going to leave it off today just because I want more airflow into the intake. Okay, for ease of installation, we're going to install the intake tube into the airbox and then install the coupler onto the end of the tube, leaving this one loose for the turbo, and drop the whole intake in as one assembly. Should slide right onto it. Pull the coolant hose up over the tab. Make sure your grommets fit into. So we're already on the turbo. And then you can reach under and feel the nipples of the airbox to make sure they seat inside the grommets. So now with the airbox seated in the grommets, we can tighten the connection at the turbo. Okay, now with the airbox intake tube assembly installed, we can install the S&B air filter. Go in on the tube first. So loosen the hose clamp a little bit and tighten at the tube. All right, now we're going to mount the S&B airbox using this applied screw to the front support. Okay, now we're going to reconnect our MAF sensor. Slide that on with a clip, and then the IET sensor. Okay, this is about the last step. We're going to install the S&B clear lid, peel back the protective film. And then we have a kind of a edge trim seal that we can put around it. Your kit may now come with a silicone snap-in seal. It'll be similar to the same process. You put that seal around here and snap this lid assembly into the airbox. Okay, now we're just going to mount the lid to the airbox using the supplied screws. All right, if you're in a state that requires smog, you're going to place the carb label next to the intake. Okay, so the install is complete on this 2010 to 2012 6.7 liter Cummins. If you have any questions about the install, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks for watching.